Across the world, millions of men are silently struggling with a health challenge that isn't talked about nearly enough. It creeps into daily life, interrupts sleep, weakens energy, and chips away at confidence. And because it's rarely discussed openly, men often suffer in silence. I'm talking about the prostate. I'm Dr. Mavis Thornton with more than 20 years of experience, treating men through every stage of life. In that time, I've helped thousands of patients deal with issues linked to prostate health, and I've seen how transformative the right daily choices can be. Too often, men wait until the situation is severe before taking action. But if there's one message I want to leave with you, it's this: it doesn't have to be that way. Every man over the age of 60 and those who love them should understand the powerful impact of 5 simple, science-backed habits. They aren't gimmicks, they aren't expensive, and they don't require major lifestyle overhauls. They're practical steps that can protect your prostate, restore comfort, and preserve your independence. So stay with me as I walk you through each of these habits. You may be surprised by how much control you actually have. The prostate, small gland, big impact. The prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland located just below the bladder, surrounding the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. Its primary role is reproductive, producing seminal fluid that nourishes and carries sperm. For most of a man's younger years, the prostate goes unnoticed. But starting in the 50s and 60s, changes began to appear. One of the most common is benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, which means age-related enlargement of the gland. While it's not cancer, it creates frustrating and disruptive symptoms. According to clinical data, about half of men in their 50s already show signs of an enlarged prostate. By the time men reach their 70s, over 80% are affected. The symptoms range from subtle to life-altering: weak urine stream, difficulty starting, frequent urges, and interrupted sleep due to nighttime bathroom trips. What many men don't realize is that these issues are not simply inevitable aging. Research shows that inflammation, blood flow, hormones, and lifestyle all influence prostate health. This means daily habits can either worsen the problem or help improve it. Now let's begin. Habit 1, hydration done right. Most people know water is essential, but few realize how directly it impacts the prostate. As men age, their sense of thirst naturally weakens, leading them to drink less throughout the day. Dehydration concentrates the urine, making it more acidic and irritating to both the bladder and the prostate. The result? More frequent urges, especially at night, are a condition called nocturia. Waking up multiple times drains energy, affects memory, and even increases the risk of falls in older men. But hydration, when managed correctly, changes that. One large-scale study in men over 60 found that spreading fluid intake during the day and reducing intake in the evening cut nighttime bathroom visits by 40%. Here's my recommendation. Sip water steadily in the morning and afternoon. Aim for 6 to 8 cups daily. Adjust for activity and kidney health. Limit fluids a few hours before bed. Think of it as hydrating with strategy, giving your body what it needs during the day, while letting your bladder rest at night. Now, if you're finding this information useful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more men discover these life-changing habits. And let's move on to the second practice that can make a real difference: walking after meals. Okay, let's move on. Habit 2, walking after meals. The second habit is surprisingly powerful: walking after meals. Not a workout, not a marathon, just a light 10 to 15-minute stroll after lunch or dinner. Studies show that men who regularly walk after eating lower their risk of developing moderate to severe BPH symptoms by more than a third. Why? Walking improves blood circulation in the pelvic region, supporting oxygen and nutrient delivery to the prostate. It also helps stabilize blood sugar, which is critical because men with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes are at much higher risk for prostate problems. Even more, walking reduces systemic inflammation markers such as C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6 IL-6. These inflammatory chemicals are often elevated in men with prostate enlargement. You don't need a gym, equipment, or fancy gear. Just put on comfortable shoes and move. Whether it's around the block, in your living room, or through a shopping mall, consistency is what matters. Over the years, this small ritual has become one of the strongest protectors of your prostate health. Habit 3, supporting sexual health. This is the topic that tends to make men uncomfortable, but it's too important to ignore. Regular sexual activity. From a medical standpoint, ejaculation is one of the body's natural ways to keep the prostate healthy. A major long-term study tracked more than 30,000 men and discovered that those who ejaculated at least 21 times per month reduced their risk of prostate cancer by 1/3 compared to men who did so less often. Here's why. Ejaculation clears the prostate of residual fluids, dead cells, and proteins that could otherwise build up and cause irritation or inflammation. It also stimulates circulation, relaxes muscles around the gland, lowers stress hormones like cortisol, and helps balance testosterone levels. Unfortunately, because of cultural stigma or embarrassment, many men avoid this conversation. But let me reassure you, sexual health is part of overall health. You are never too old to prioritize it. If physical challenges, medication side effects, or relationship concerns interfere, a physician can help. The important thing is not to ignore it. Habit 4. Food as daily medicine. The fourth habit focuses on nutrition. What you eat every day can either fuel inflammation or fight it. Certain nutrients are especially valuable for prostate protection. Lycopene, found in tomatoes, guava, and watermelon, is linked with lower prostate cancer risk. Cooking tomatoes in olive oil makes this compound even more absorbable. Zinc, abundant in pumpkin seeds, shellfish, and nuts, supports testosterone balance and structural stability in prostate tissue. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts contain sulforaphane, a compound that helps detoxify the body and protect cells from DNA damage. The most protective diet is colorful, plant-focused, and rich in whole foods. Lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats, nuts, seeds, and antioxidant-packed produce. Food doesn't just fill your stomach. It actively reshapes how your prostate functions. Think of every meal as a chance to build resilience. Habit 5. Prioritizing restorative sleep. The final habit may be the most underestimated of all: high-quality sleep. Men often dismiss sleep troubles as just getting older, but chronic sleep loss takes a heavy toll. It disrupts testosterone, weakens immunity, raises inflammation, and accelerates aging. One major study found that men with frequent sleep disturbances had double the risk of advanced prostate cancer compared to those with regular, uninterrupted sleep. Here's what works. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Keep your room dark, cool, and quiet. Limit caffeine after mid-afternoon. Reduce screen use before bed. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Good sleep isn't a luxury, it's medicine. It restores hormones, repairs tissues, and protects long-term prostate function. Now let's put it all together. Hydration, walking, sexual health, nutrition, and sleep. 5 habits, simple on their own, but when practiced together, they become a powerful shield for your prostate and overall vitality. In my career, the men who age most gracefully into their 70s and 80s, the ones who stay independent, energetic, and confident, are the men who adopt these habits early and stick with them. They don't wait until illness forces change. They choose prevention today. So if you're over 60, start now. And if you love someone in this age group, encourage them to act. The conversations we avoid today may become regrets tomorrow, but the changes we embrace now can preserve quality of life for years to come. Thank you for joining me. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It really helps spread this important message. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos on men's health and aging well. Together, let's keep building healthier, stronger years ahead. Remember, prostate health isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Until next time, this is Dr. Mavis Thornton reminding you, your best years can still be ahead if you take care of them starting today.